All right, we're back for episode 3.
Revenge of the... Wait, no, not that episode.
Right. But we are back for episode 3. We missed a week because of the Bible conference. I love how careful Jacob's being to open that. That face. Oh, man. So we missed last week. I'm sure all of our fans are pretty devastated from it. You know, but...
None of them.
Yeah.
All 0 of them.
It's okay.
But I actually feel like a lot's kind of happened in 2 weeks, mostly in the NBA trade lines.
Yeah.
And obviously some other stuff coming up. So I say we just dive right in.
Yeah.
If that's good with you guys?
That's the only thing we can do.
That's all. That's it. Nada. So let me throw this out there to start. It's actually kind of a game, but I think it's also more of a conversation. These current NFL players, I love how I mentioned NBA and I'm going right to NFL.
Yep.
Well,
But are these NFL players Hall of Famers
okay.
to you guys, okay? Current players. Some of them are easy. Some of them I feel like we'll have a little conversation.
I hate to be that guy. Are we talking about, do we think they'll make it to the Hall of Fame eventually, or if they ended their career?
It actually kind of depends on what you want to go off of. Do you want to go off of if they ended their career? I think you should go off of...
Trajectory?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or, you know what? Do both.
Okay.
If you have a strong opinion on where you think they'll be and where it's at now, give me both.
Okay.
The first one, I mean, I just think it's easy. But the first one is current... it's all quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, he'll be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
that
many MVPs. Yeah.
Do you think it's
Super
also
Bowl.
easily first ballot?
Yeah, I mean, his touchdown to interception ratio is ridiculous. He has a championship. He's one of the more talented quarterbacks we've seen. Yeah.
Yep.
I think it's just easy.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. No, I agree. All right. Second one is Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think you can win 3 championships as a quarterback and not.
Right. I think
he said 1 MVP.
Something like that.
1 or 2.
But he's been donned by ESPN, so he's essentially the greatest player of all time.
Yep.
Yeah. No. This one's interesting. Josh Allen. This is where I think you have to give both. If his career ended right now, is he in the Hall of Fame?
If it ended today, no.
No. But he'll be like Marino. He'll probably have a ton of stats and just not a lot of accomplishments and end up making it.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think he will? Are you pretty confident that he will?
Yeah, I think he will, because what they're going to look at is, for the time he was in the league, he was a top 3 or 5 quarterback almost the entire time, like from the jump. So I think voters will vote him in.
I mean, he had an MVP. He was second team All-Pro a couple years, which, again, if you're playing at the same time as Patrick Mahomes, which I don't know if he was first team. I would say he's on the path, but if it ended today, no.
I think if you ended today, it'd be 1 MVP, maybe. If you ended today,
I think you need more than.
I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If it ended today, I don't know. I don't know if he would have. I feel like because he had an MVP, they'd probably slip him in there.
I think,
but
I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but if on the ballot it was between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, I would vote Josh Allen over Patrick Mahomes.
You think so?
Because to me, if you're talking about a Hall of Fame player and not just somebody who's been in a Hall of Fame organization or in a Hall of Fame position, then I'm going to take Josh Allen, because I feel like Patrick Mahomes has had a lot of advantages. And granted, you have to do something with those advantages. But if Josh Allen was in the same place, he'd have just as much.
Yeah, but you can't go. Yeah. You can't do if.
But I mean, Hall of Famers are a voting thing. It's not just like an objective if you have this much yards. So I mean, if you're voting and people are going to have an opinion, that's my opinion, I guess.
Yeah, you can have wrong opinions. That's fine.
And honestly, that's why I speak, is so that we have like good opinions from Jacob, bad opinions from me, and then we can talk about them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, because
Alex Smith, for crying out loud, was having a great year.
That's true.
So I mean, I get where you're going, but I do think you could do that for a lot of players. At some point, you do have to just go by what they're doing. So I get what you're saying, though.
Yeah. Right. No, yeah. All right, next, we'll give you another chance to have a wrong opinion.
Yes, love it.
All right, next quarterback, Lamar Jackson.
No.
I
mean, he has an MVP.
2.
He's got 2 MVPs.
He's got 2 MVPs.
So
no championship.
That's the thing. If he wouldn't have all the playoff woes,
Michael Vick is not in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and they're essentially the same player.
But Michael Vick never had 2 MVPs.
Never had 2. Does not have 2 MVPs. I mean, I mean, again, I could be wrong,
people get enamored with the running quarterback, but
Here's the thing. Because of his accomplishments, he'd probably go in over Josh Allen.
right.
He's so like if you look at it so
He
far,
has double the MVPs.
He has 2 MVPs. He was three-time first team All Pro, which means he was the best at his position. 4-time Pro Bowler. He led the league in passing touchdowns,
Which is impressive for a running quarterback.
He also led the league in passer rating. So yeah, I think
Yeah, I mean, another wrong opinion from me.
I think Lamar Jackson is. If he were to quit today, I think he would probably be Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Out of curiosity, which one of those, if they're going to win a title, do you think would win it first between Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson?
Probably.
That's a tough one.
I feel like that's hard.
They're both pretty similar situations. I feel like
Exactly.
Yeah, I think the Ravens. Time will tell, but who knows what Minter is going to be like with the Ravens.
Right.
John Harbaugh is an established good coach, and so there's some decently sized shoes to fill there.
Right.
And I don't personally think that Josh Allen has had good coaches in Buffalo yet, so it's hard to say if he's been in a good situation. It's sort of like Burrow. But
I think they probably both end up in the Hall of Fame, and I just feel like over the next 10 years,
they'll kind of just establish
odds
themselves.
are one of them are going to win one or both of them are going to win a title.
It might take some moving around.
I think Josh Allen will be remembered as this next generation's Aaron Rodgers. Like he'll probably have
He
might have
accolades.
a title. He'll have a bunch of accolades, a ton of great stats.
Yeah.
I can see that. I was going to say compare him which Rodgers might be a better comparison to like Drew Brees. I think he had like one title, but he has so many
Stats.
So either way, yeah.
Right.
All right. What were you going to say? Oh yeah. So this one again, kind of another interesting one. Russell Wilson.
So it's
No
tough
MVPs.
It's tough to argue with 2 championships.
Right.
But my argument
He only
about
won
Russell
one.
Wilson is the
Yeah, wait,
same.
where's the second? Yeah,
He only won one.
His rookie year, right?
He should have won 2.
Right, they threw it on
But he threw the interception.
Oh, I thought they had 2.
They-
Yeah.
They went to
Yikes.
2.
But he won
back-to-back.
one his rookie year, right?
Yikes.
With Marshawn Lynch and the Legion
I
of
don't
Boom.
think it was his rookie.
Oh, wasn't? Maybe it was his second? It
Might
was
have been
very
his
early in his
second.
career. It was like 2012, right? That the Seahawks won it.
Yeah, I don't think it was his.
So
Maybe I'm wrong. Either
do I think he should make the Hall of Fame? No. Do I think he probably will? Yes.
Yeah, it was 2014 when he won.
okay.
Because they're going to induct Eli Manning, and Eli Manning got carried to a couple Super Bowls, and so did Russell Wilson with that defense.
Yeah, but
So-
Eli Manning is like there's a ton of discussions out there. Like that's a heated one. Like not a lot of people think he should be.
Right.
I personally don't think he should be. I mean, when your touchdown to interception ratio is 1, essentially, it's kind of rough.
You talking about Eli?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not an Eli Manning fan. We've had that conversation before.
Yeah.
But
Well,
no, I understand why.
I just think that Michael Strahan's a really good player, and so is Osi Umenyiora and all those guys. Like,
right.
And then people put it on Eli Manning like he was, freaking Superman in the Super Bowls, and it's like, no. But
Right.
anyway, that's an entirely different
Is
conversation.
any bit of this because he beat Tom Brady twice?
Well,
Is that one?
no.
Is he better than Tom Brady?
I think so. I think the argument can be
I
made.
think the argument can be made.
No.
Yeah, but I don't. I guess
Right.
back to I don't think Russell Wilson has done enough to be a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
Because
And
he's probably not going to do anything else.
He was
Right.
he was second team All Pro once. And
yeah,
is that
no.
it?
I don't know. Yeah, I just
Yeah.
feel
I
like
feel like he was better, but again,
I just feel like in
No.
order to, if you're going to make it in the Hall of Fame, you need to be considered the best at your
At some
position
point.
at some
Yeah.
point.
and it is harder in the NFL.
It is.
You know what I
and they
mean?
can't let everyone in the Hall of Fame.
No.
I mean,
There's so many players.
yeah. So I would say
And-
no.
Go no.
Shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame.
All right. What about Matty Ice? Big
No.
Matt Stafford.
No.
Oh, Matt Stafford.
I thought you meant
Matty Ice is Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
Matt
I
Stafford.
have Matt
yes.
Stafford on
Hall
here.
of Famer.
That was my fault.
Matt
Yeah.
Stafford, Hall of Famer.
Yep. Yeah, he's a Hall of Famer. Yeah, he won an MVP. He's already won a Super Bowl. He might win another.
Yeah.
And like before, you could say, he was in Detroit, so you can't count those years. You couldn't really say that until you saw him do well in another organization, and now he
Right.
is. So I feel like almost not even count to the first half of his entire career.
I feel like that when he left, he kind of proved that he wasn't holding Detroit down.
Yeah.
But
Right.
Detroit was more holding
Yeah.
him down.
Right.
I
You know
think
what I
the MVP that he got last year put him in the Hall of Fame.
How poor must Detroit have been in that era when you had a top 5 receiver, maybe of all time, and a Hall of Famer at quarterback, and you were still like middle of the road
Yeah.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's rough.
No, it's bad. All right, this last one I want to separate. I want Uriah to answer first, even though I don't think there'll actually be much
Just
of
so
an
we can
argument.
get the wrong opinion out of the way.
Yeah, I actually don't think there'll be much of an argument between you guys, but Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts is probably a Hall of Famer.
If his career ended now, do you think he is?
I think that they've accomplished enough in
There's
the last
a lot
5
of
years.
hate on Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, and I think that Jalen Hurts, because of the organization that he's in, you could have a lot of the same arguments that I had about Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
Where he's been in a very good situation, but I think both of those guys are going to make the Hall of Fame. I think Jalen Hurts has done enough in the last 5 years with Philadelphia, 5 or 7 years, that with the run that they've had, that he'll probably make it.
What do you think, Jacob?
No.
You don't think so?
No. I mean, he's got this same argument as maybe he almost has the same argument, the literal same argument as
Eli Manning,
because he beat Patrick Mahomes in a Super Bowl. He almost beat Patrick Mahomes in 2 Super Bowls. His stats outside of like 1 year, they've not been like phenomenal. So I don't.
Funny thing is, his 2 Super Bowl wins, he did really well.
He did do really well.
You know what I mean? It's just kind of funny.
He did do really, which
isn't everything, but the biggest game you have
something
is in your Super Bowls is impressive.
I think if he's got a few good, I feel like you got to have some stats, and he's never passed for over 4,000 yards. He's never
right.
He just doesn't have enough numbers, I think, to back up him being in the Hall of Fame. And if he wins like another Super Bowl, maybe.
And like the thing is, the talent they've had, the Eagles have had with Saquon and having AJ Brown before, plus Devontae Smith. Like if you threw like Joe Burrow in there, you know what I mean? Like what could the difference be?
And even in the Super Bowl, like the Eagles did 1 pick six, then they had another interception on like the 5-yard line, and the defense shut him out. And he had some big throws. But I think he needs a little more production to be in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Because it's not, Hall of Fame is not all team accomplishments, it's individual too.
Right.
And I don't think he's got enough individual.
Yeah. Swinging more, staying in the NFL topic since we're already there. I want you guys to see who would you say on this quarterback list of young QBs has the most pressure this year? I'll name them all off for you.
Okay.
You got Caleb Williams, Drake May, Michael Penix Jr., J.J. McCarthy, and Bo Nix.
Not Bo Nix. Probably not Drake May because they just waited to a Super Bowl. Not Caleb Williams.
I think Caleb Williams had a pretty good year.
I think Caleb Williams is ascending. He's definitely trending up.
Is it? Go ahead.
So it's either JJ or
is there really high expectations for JJ though?
I think
maybe I'm wrong, but I'm saying
I think if JJ has any pressure, it's to keep a job.
Yeah.
Because Kyler Murray is like appears to be the favorite to win the starting job.
That's disgusting.
So but
right.
So who are you saying you're at?
I think and Michael Penix Jr. It's kind of tough because he's been injured.
Right.
So I would say probably the most pressure is on JJ because people are going to give Penix a pass because he's injured and JJ's fighting for his job. So I'd probably say,
right.
I think it's Drake May.
You think so? Because they developed brought over.
Well, you added AJ Brown. So now, and you had this great season last year. So now you've got hypothetically no excuses of why you can't be better than last year.
Fair enough.
But they have a harder schedule. And if you don't give AJ enough targets, he's going to become a problem.
What makes you say that?
Because he's just a nice guy.
He's just such a he's had that rug in his house for years.
Yes. So
he's had that Patriots Nike jersey that wasn't even out when he was that old.
Yeah, that wasn't that ridiculous. Clearly AI. I would say Drake May.
Yeah. Do you think there's any pressure? This isn't on here, but I'm just curious. Is there any pressure on Cam Ward, do you think? Or do you think it's too early?
there's no pressure
right?
on him whatsoever.
Especially because didn't he just change teams? Didn't he just go to the Titans? Or no, he got drafted by the
He got
Titans.
drafted by the Titans.
Never mind,
Yeah.
never
But
mind.
I
He had his rookie year.
I don't
was
think the Titans
bad.
had one single primetime game last year, and
I don't think so either.
I think a lot of people might have even just forgotten that
Yeah,
he
was
existed.
right.
So I just feel like he's got no pressure on him.
I get annoyed because they drafted, is being an Ohio State guy, they drafted Cardinal Tate.
Yeah.
And I'm just worried because he didn't do well, but the Titans are not good.
Well, and they got
And
the coaching should be better because they got
Yeah.
Robert Saleh and Brian Daboll. So technically, you would think, but their roster's horrible. But I don't think there's any pressure on him because everyone knows they suck.
right,
And outside of Nashville, Tennessee, no one's even going to be watching them.
right.
So,
I mean, you're not wrong. It's kind of like
yeah.
when we play basketball. No one's
Yeah.
watching. Nobody cares.
Yeah.
Got no pressure, and we still suck. So, but yeah. All right. So this year, Seahawks won it, right? Who was last year? Eagles.
Mhm.
Year before was who?
Kansas City.
Was it the Chiefs the year before?
Wait.
Or was it
No. It was shoot.
Was it the Rams were 2020?
So it was Eagles 24. No, it was the Kansas City one back to back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm wondering.
Philly stopped the three-peat by beating them in 24.
Right.
So it was Seahawks, Philly, Kansas City, maybe Buccaneers.
17, I thought.
Yeah,
Oh, that was that. Why
they won.
did I thought that was
They
so
won
much longer ago?
21, didn't they?
Maybe.
Might have been. Rams won it in 2020.
Yeah,
So I think
it
so.
was
Buccaneers.
Rams, Bucks, Chiefs, Eagles, Seahawks.
Yep.
That's the last 6 winners.
So, how do you feel that? Do you guys think the Chiefs dynasty is done? Do you think they have another chance to win another one?
Yeah, I think they're.
You think it's
done? No, I don't think it's done. Just because it's Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid, and which their wide receivers. That's kind of weird because Rashee Rice just got out of jail. Xavier Worthy is like 130 pounds, so he's
Yeah.
bound to get hurt again.
Yeah.
I think they drafted a cornerback.
I actually don't
Excuse
remember.
me. I think they drafted a cornerback. So I mean,
It's kind of like,
I don't know. Andy Reid's also old, so maybe I'm talking myself out of it.
yeah.
Travis
I mean,
Kelce's kind of washed.
Yeah,
I'm
I hope
saying,
it's
is it-
over, but I wouldn't be shocked if.
do you think this year kind of determines a lot for them?
I think this year might be the last year
They really.
if it's still there. But then again, there's a doomsday scenario, at least in my mind, that if Andy Reid retires and the Chiefs offer like Kyle Shanahan the moon to come
Ooh.
coach,
Ooh,
wouldn't that be scary?
that would be. Kyle Shanahan
He's
is
a genius.
really good coach.
Yeah. So that's a doomsday scenario for me.
now you
of
put
like,
it out there.
Kyle Shanahan is like Andy Reid 2.0,
Yeah.
but like 20 years younger.
Exactly. So like Andy Reid retires, and then all of a sudden Patrick Mahomes has got another decade of a genius head coach. So that's what I'm scared of who they would replace Andy Reid with.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Yeah. And Sean
Yeah.
McVay's always kind of flirting with like retiring, but I could see him retiring
dude's-
and then like a good job
The
pop
dude's
up.
like
It's your age.
35 or something.
No, but he almost quit 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And he said it publicly because all the TV stations are offering like 15, 20 million a year to just
Wow.
jump to TV. And he already has a Super Bowl.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just wouldn't be shocked if he wants a new change of scenery.
do you think if he won a second one, he might,
I think he'd probably.
or at least he would for a little bit, then maybe come back?
Yeah, you never know what it does.
Nobody ever really truly retires until you're really old.
Yes. Yeah, because Aaron Donald might be coming back, which is
Is that
insane.
actually a possibility? I haven't looked into
He
it.
said that it's on the table. It may not happen, but
more. Right. But you
So-
never know.
so yeah, I think the Chiefs dynasty might be over, but then there might just be a second one.
Right. Right. Do you think what do you think about the Bills and Ravens? I know we had this conversation about the quarterbacks already, but do you think the Bills and Ravens are just going to kind of do the same thing as they always do?
I think the Ravens are chock full of talent. I think that the Ravens will probably be another 11 win season, like 10, 11 win season. You know, they're going to be in it.
Right.
Unless Minter is a complete dumpster fire, which I'm not anticipating, but he could be. I don't know. But with Buffalo, is Sean McDermott still the coach up there?
No, it's Joe Brady.
Joe Brady? I don't know. Maybe Joe Brady is kind of like a Kyle Shanahan, Andy Reid for
Josh
Allen. Maybe. I don't know. I think that, like, are you asking me which team do you think is going to do better?
No, I'm really just wondering, like, do you think either one of them really have a chance to win it? Or are they just going to be that they're going to make the playoff and lose team like usual? You know what I mean?
I think they'll both probably make the playoffs.
Right.
I think that Buffalo will probably win the AFC East because the Patriots' schedule is a lot harder this year. And the Ravens really don't have a ton of competition in the AFC North.
The interesting thing is, between the Chiefs, Bills, and Ravens, who would you rather run into in the playoffs?
I would
Ravens.
rather.
I probably should have flipped it. Who's the one team you wouldn't want to run into? That's it.
Probably the Chiefs.
Probably
I feel
the Chiefs. That's what I'm saying.
Patrick Mahomes, I feel like always has a chance to win.
Right.
And I feel like the Bills always somehow find a way to lose.
That's true.
Right.
I would say the Bills, but every time they get into big games, they just don't
it's
win.
a dumpster.
They just don't win.
And them and the Ravens both do the same thing.
No, exactly. That's why it's like it's that weird, same as facing LeBron in the playoffs. Really, like, even, I mean, more back in the day than now. But like sometimes it doesn't matter what. Same with Steph Curry, you just don't want to play him.
Yeah,
because there's just always a chance.
Yeah,
like more than other teams, But either way,
yeah.
So, all right, you guys ready to flip over to the NBA world?
All right.
Let's dive in to this Giannis trade.
Giannis,
this Giannis trade. I'll read it off. The Miami Heat got Giannis and Bobby Portis. Huge win there from the Bucks. The Bucks received Tyler Hero. I want to say Khalil Ware, Jameer Jaquez Jr., Kasparius Jack Territrix. That's what it looks like, even that's not his name. Kasparius Jaquid. What is these names, dude?
Yakachonis.
Yakachonis, thank you.
I think he's from Illinois or something.
And then sounds like an Illinois guy.
No, I don't know. Yeah.
Number 13 pick in the 2026 NBA draft, a pick swap in 2030, unprotected first round picks in 2031 and 2033, and a second round pick in 2033. What do you guys think?
I think the Heat got better. I think losing Tyler Hero kind of sucks because I think he was a good spark for them, but
he
it's
just couldn't
Giannis.
be a main guy.
It's Giannis. I think Giannis has more of an impact on a team than Tyler Hero does.
Right.
But I don't know. I don't think it's going to put the Heat over the top or anything like that.
I don't think so either.
I was as an NBA fan, I was bummed out. Like, I think the Heat went from being a play-in team to maybe being like the 7th seed.
Right.
Like, there's no one else there. And like, he could have went to the Celtics, which would have been an awesome thing to watch.
Would have been insane.
But for some reason, because he could have forced himself there because they offered Jaylen Brown and like some draft picks. So he could have went there. But he chose the Heat for whatever reason. And I just feel like the Heat, especially in the East, which has normally been weak, but now it's not really because you got the Knicks who are doing good.
Yeah.
The Celtics are probably going to be better next year just with Jason Tatum being back healthy. And
the Pistons are dangerous during the regular season.
And the Pistons are going to, but I think the Pistons are going to add somebody. And then the Pacers will be back with Halliburton.
Hopefully. That was a crash of a year for them.
Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like the Heat is not good enough.
I don't
know why I went there.
You gave up so much too. And is Jan like, I mean,
he's also old and fragile.
The Bucks won it in 2020. No, 2019?
19?
Or 2020. Did they win it before or after the Lakers?
They won. It was 21, I think.
So it was after the Lakers they won it?
Yes.
Your eyes going to fact check that. But I'm saying that to be, we're going in to the 2020.
Wait, before you release it, let me see if I can name the last champions. So last year was...
Well, who was this year?
So it was the Knicks, and then Thunder, Celtics, Nuggets, Bucks, Lakers.
Warriors in 22, then Bucks 21, Lakers 20.
Okay.
I forget that the Warriors won it in
Yeah,
22.
they sneaked one in there.
Yeah,
They did. I forget about that. They just won one in
With,
2022.
With Andrew
Yeah, Andrew
Wiggins.
Wiggins.
Andrew Wiggins,
He had
yeah.
a really good game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But that was
Just
2021
one,
to
just
say.
one
Yeah.
with a good game.
And then he's never, I don't know if he's won a playoff series
Oh,
since
no, but Andrew Wiggins is in Miami.
He's
then.
in
He
Miami,
is
yeah.
in Miami.
Yeah,
But I was saying that to say they won it in 2021. That was 5 years ago now.
right.
Like Giannis, how is he 32, 3?
He might be.
In his game, he's not a shooter at all. He's just drive to the basket because
No.
that's what he can do.
31.
31.
31.
So, I mean, that's not
He's not
incredibly old.
not at all.
And Bam just scored like 82 points last year. Or 81.
Don't even get me started on that.
He's just mad because now he's better than Kobe.
A lot of free throws.
A lot of free. Oh, it was a lot of free
There was
throws.
a ton of free throws.
It was gross. But either way, that's also such a weird combination, Giannis and Bam.
It was really no shooting.
No, not going to be any shit. Somebody said what's stopping this duo, and somebody said the 3-point line.
Yeah, yeah.
And that is a big part of the game.
Defensively, they'll probably be pretty good.
They might, yeah. I mean,
And Bobby Portis, I mean, he annoys the crap out of me, but he's not a bad player.
right.
His eyes are freaky.
They'll probably be
It's like
good.
he's always surprised.
I just think like if
Who's
the Knicks are S tier in the East because they just won the East in the
Yeah.
championship, right? Like if the Knicks are S tier, I would put the Heat at like B.
yeah.
You
Right.
know? Like they're
Right.
a solid at least 2 tiers below the top teams.
With this being like such a like blockbuster trade, I really don't feel like it really is.
No.
Like I feel like the Heat are just going to be good next year,
Yeah.
and maybe we'll be wrong.
I don't even know if they're going to be good. I just feel like they're not. Giannis
That's-
was on the Bucks last year, and they were horrible.
Right?
And the Heat don't have that many more good players.
No.
They got rid of their players that were leading them,
And they got
ish.
Bam.
Part of me kind of likes this though because I'm kind of sick of the best players always going to the best teams.
Yeah, that's true.
So
I mean,
Right.
It
I mean,
appears it might be
if-
more of a lifestyle.
It could be.
Yeah.
You're going to Miami, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was thinking
Sick of what's in
because
Milwaukee.
you said he had a chance to go to Boston, and I'm thinking to myself, does he want to go from cold Milwaukee to cold Boston, or does he
Right.
want to go to warm Miami?
Well, I guess to expand that, does he want to go to cold Boston and win a title, or go
Right.
to warm
Right.
Miami and not win a title?
Right.
And maybe it's because he's already got a championship,
And that's
he's
possible.
making a ton of money. He's like, whatever,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go to the beach.
But he seemed to love Milwaukee, though.
Yeah,
No, I agree. I mean, he was pretty loyal to Milwaukee.
So maybe the Heat are going to do something else.
Who knows? Yeah, it's
So,
possible.
I was sad as an NBA fan.
What were you sad about?
Because him playing for the Celtics sounded exciting.
Oh, okay.
Him
for that
playing for the Heat reminds me of what's a good explanation? I don't like when Shaq went to the Suns. You know, like
Right.
You're like, maybe this will work.
part.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
or when
not.
Shaq went to the Cavs.
Yeah, or
Yeah,
when,
you're
or
just
when
like-
Shaq went to the Celtics, or like Shaq went to. You know what I'm
Basically
saying?
anything after the
Anything
Lakers.
after the Lakers.
Well,
After the Heat, I would say, yeah.
he was okay with the Heat, but
But
they
yeah, I know
like
what you mean.
seeing like Dwayne Wade in a Cavs jersey, like that's weird to me. And
Yeah,
I just feel like seeing Giannis in a Heat jersey, if they win 40 games over the like every year for the next 3 years, and then he just retires, it just seems like a very dull way to end.
right.
Because he'll be a Hall of Famer, a Hall of Fame career.
I think
Oh.
that's the only blemish on Dwayne Wade's career is going to Cleveland for that year.
Yeah,
I think.
and it wasn't even a full year.
No,
Mm-mm.
I think
He shouldn't have.
he should have just stayed at
Yeah,
I don't know, a Heat.
don't
Anyway.
they call him the Heatles?
Yeah. Anyway, he should have stayed in Miami his whole career, just like Kobe did with the Lakers and Dirk with the
Yeah.
Mavs and
Yeah,
all
but
that.
that was
Tim
where he
Duncan.
established his whole career.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I mean, and yeah, well, I mean, we'll see with the Heat this year. I mean, it is nice that, like Uriah said, I do agree. It is nice that it's not like he got traded and you just know this team's gonna be a monster.
Right.
Like it's
Yeah.
kind of like, okay, we'll just kind of see what happens.
Right.
Like if he would have went to Boston, I feel like
They-
I'd be like, that's a huge chance they're gonna
they
win.
would
it.
have been the odds-on favorite, I think, to win the NBA.
Yeah. Depending on what they gave up too, but
Right.
still,
Yeah, well,
They
we
would've
know
given
what
up
they would have
Jaylen
gave
Brown,
up. It was going to
probably.
be
Mhm.
Jaylen Brown and like a first.
Which I think they're going to lose Jaylen Brown regardless because he
Yeah,
wants
it's
out.
it's way past
Yeah.
the point of
Yeah.
fixing there.
yeah. So let's get into the next trade, LaMelo Ball trade. This one's just, I mean, nothing. I don't know. It's just weird. LaMelo Ball and Josh Green go from the Hornets I'm sorry. Yeah, leave the Hornets. The Hornets received Naz Reid, an unprotected 2033 first-round pick, 3 first-round pick swaps, 2028, 29, and 30, and 3 second-round picks, 29, 32, and 33. What do you guys think of this one?
I get why the Hornets did it.
Him
I
at the Timberwolves,
don't
specify.
get why the Timberwolves do this.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting. What are the Timberwolves trying to? Was I talking to you about this? And we said it could be fun to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it might be. They might be a fun team to watch with LaMelo. I mean, Anthony Edwards is like a beast,
Yeah,
and LaMelo's just entertaining.
but the two of them, it's not the same vibe.
No, it's
And
going
unless
to be weird.
unless they think Anthony Edwards is going to like take him under his wing, but they were drafted in the same draft class.
No, right.
So like,
But they're not the same, even close to the same player.
No,
I mean,
no.
I think on paper you have Anthony Edwards, who is really just a pure scorer, and you have LaMelo Ball, who's just a playmaker.
Yeah,
Maybe they're thinking that
maybe.
that would be a good combination, and you never know. But
And the Timberwolves also got rid of Julius Randle for like nothing.
Yeah.
yeah, they did. Yeah,
So I don't know what they're doing.
This gives me the same feeling as Miami. Like, they might be okay, but it's not going to make them a contender.
no,
So-
right.
And I think you outlined what they gave up. I think Minnesota gave up way too much. Way too much.
Which was
Because
insane.
Naz Reid was a pretty good
yeah,
player.
Yeah.
they gave up
But,
a lot.
but all of that draft capital, I know a lot of them were pick swaps, but I mean, they outright gave up some second rounders and stuff. Like, I don't know. I just feel like they gave up way too much.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
weird. I
It's
thought it
been
was
some weird trades, and on the last one, not too big, but the Trailblazers now have Ja Morant, and the Grizzlies got Jeremy Grant and Chris Murray.
Yeah,
Again, I don't think that's going to matter.
No.
I really
No.
don't.
no.
I don't think that's
They
really
still
gonna change
They
anything.
still got Damian Lillard, but he's old.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I mean that, and now they have Ja Morant. What's that? It's like I don't think it's going to do anything.
Right.
Unless he just like flips the switch mentally, because he's just been an idiot.
Yeah.
Is what's been his downfall and
Right.
injuries. I think he's been injured a lot too.
Yeah, you never know. You never know.
Yeah,
But I gotta hop into the NCAA football world, and I'm curious what you guys think. Do you guys think I'm just gonna start with this, just throwing this out there. Do you guys think Texas will win the SEC?
No.
no.
Why? Who do you think will?
Probably Georgia. I think it'll be
Georgia.
Georgia or LSU.
Yeah.
It just depends on what first year LSU looks like with Lane Kiffin.
Right.
But I feel like Georgia last year was a down year for them, and they still did amazing. So I just feel like
You're not wrong.
Right.
they're just going to bounce back as long as Kirby Smart's there. He seems like he's figured out NIL. They do great recruiting.
They're always chock full of talent.
He's kind of taken the Nick Saban role in the SEC. I feel like so.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't think you never know. But which I saw a picture the other day of Arch, and looks like he's gotten pretty jacked.
Do you think he'll do better this year?
I think he will probably do better. I still don't think
But like
he's going to
not
be what they said he was going to be.
right.
I don't have a lot of faith in Steve Sarkisian.
Yeah.
I just feel like in a lot of big games we've seen him come up short.
Right.
His teams, at least.
Yeah, Florida beat him last year for crying out loud.
Yeah.
So.
And I mean,
was
they gave
so much.
they gave Ohio State a good run that one year when Sawyer got that strip sack.
That year, in the playoffs, yeah.
But I mean, again, if you're going to be a top tier coach, when you get into those tough games, you have to win some of those tough games. And I just
Right.
haven't seen it from Sarkisian.
Yeah.
So.
No, right. And they just last year was it last year or was it 2 years? No, it was either way. It was last year. Last year they like ended the season strong,
Yeah.
but they just had a bunch of those. They had 3 losses in there
Yeah.
Yeah.
or something, and they just it was. Well, I think one was to Ohio State at the beginning of the year,
Mhm.
When they lost to
and
Florida.
then they lost to Florida. And that's annoying because it makes Ohio State look worse when you
Yeah.
start losing more games, but that matters. But
Yeah, so no, I don't think they'll win the SEC.
no, do you think if it wasn't for the fact that Texas probably just has money, they would even be that good, or do you think they still would be?
They've always been kind of relevant. And Steve Sarkisian, I don't like him, but he is kind of a big name. So
Right? I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
All right, Yuri, get into your topic.
Oh, so I This is a prove it year for a lot of teams, but obviously my team, Michigan, there's a lot of things to figure out. I think, with a new coach and new coordinators and all sorts of coaches actually on that staff are new. But I think, with Underwood from last year being kind of a disappointment, and this year, and I know it's just a spring game, but like you have to see some sort of development, you would think. And I didn't see a whole lot there. And I've been lied to too many times in spring practice when people are saying, oh, this is the guy. And then they come out in the season and it looks like you and I could throw a better football.
Right.
So I'm just very cautious. I mean, I think just like last year, the ceiling of Michigan very much depends on the development of Bryce Underwood. And furthermore, I hope the coaches at Michigan have enough guts to possibly bench him in favor of somebody who might be better behind him. Because technically,
right.
and I mean like as far as the mechanics and pocket presence and things like that, technically we've seen better players behind him. But it's because of his athleticism and their investment that they're pushing him. And I just hope that sometime, if he's struggling, they have enough guts to sit him down and play somebody else.
Pull up, what was it, Tua and
Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts,
yeah.
That really separates your coaches right there, something like that.
Right.
So, the interesting thing about it is I feel like last year, and again, this is coming from an Ohio State fan, but last year he never did anything to impress me.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? Like there was nothing when I was watching him where I went, as an Ohio State fan, like, man, this guy is dangerous. When he does run, he's a big dude, he's hard to tackle, and he's fast. So I'm not going to argue that. But the issue was his throwing wasn't dangerous enough for that to matter, in my opinion. But also, Michigan's coaching staff, and with everything that happened last year, I don't know how messed up the coaching staff was. Like, because people were saying people knew that stuff was going on. So I'm saying I don't know how mentally it was messed up for him. For I don't know, I think his name, the coach, your guys' coach last year.
Oh, Sharon Moore.
For like Sharon Moore. And also, do you also think they gave him enough chances to prove much?
Well, no, yes and no. I mean, there were glimpses of greatness when Sharon Moore was on suspension or whatever they decided to do. And there were a couple games where they had high offensive output, and he threw for 300 yards one game and had 100 yards rushing or something like that. Like, he had a really good game.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But it was extremely inconsistent, and especially in tough games, Oklahoma, Ohio State,
right.
Most of the games where you needed somebody who is an excellent player to be excellent, he wasn't.
Yeah.
And some of that can be attributed to coaching and scheming, but I think some of it is due to his lack of development, which may not be his fault. But my point being is that you've completely revamped the coaching staff. You've brought a bunch of guys from a totally different program that was successful, especially offensively. They had a top 5 offense at Utah last year. So you would think that there would be steps. You'd think there'd be progress. And unfortunately, in the glimpses that we've seen, there hasn't been a lot of evidence of that. And so that gets me a little bit anxious about.
I mean, just from like spring games?
Spring games and things. And because here's the thing, like I said, I don't trust anybody out of practice because everybody's going to say, "Oh, this is the guy. He's he's like Cam Newton reborn or some garbage like that."
Yeah.
I don't care. Do it on the field. Show me on TV, and then I'll believe it.
Right.
So that's my thing. The all the times I've seen Bryce Underwood outside of the garbage games, it's been underwhelming. Underwhelming.
What do you think, Jacob?
I'm not dialed into Michigan football, but I would guess that he'll play all of next year. And is it Whittingham? Is that the coach?
Yeah.
Yep.
If he starts not doing well, I think he's got nothing to lose. Whittingham does, so I just feel like he'll bench him if it needs to happen. Investment or not? Because
I don't think.
Is it a multi-year like NIL deal, or is it like did he just get a set amount when he came in?
I don't know. Players could do whatever they want.
That's true.
He could probably leave right now if he wanted to.
And I don't know what kind of offense Whittingham runs.
They run kind of a run heavy offense at Utah. They had some high volume rushers last year and in the past.
Yeah.
But I think it's a little more balanced. I think they threw the ball a little bit more and a little more effectively, and that's what I'm hoping to see.
I just think he's not, in my opinion, as not a Big Ten guy, I feel like Whittingham was brought in to clean up a program that was not doing too well ethically.
Right.
So, and he has been a long, successful coach at Utah. It's not like he needs this job. He could just retire. So I feel like he's not going to pull any punches. And if something needs to be done, he's going to do it.
Right.
And if they don't like it, then
Who cares?
Who cares? Because again, he's in his 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just don't. I don't think he's going to try to appease anybody. So if he's playing horrible 3 or 4 games in, I wouldn't be shocked if he goes for another person. But I also wouldn't be shocked if he just turns it around and has him playing better than Sharon Moore, because I also didn't have a high regard for Sharon Moore. I thought he was a lame duck coach to begin with.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. So I think I don't think he's got any, he's not worried about making sure the boosters are happy. I think he'll do what he thinks is best regardless.
Sharon Moore in football is Juwan Howard in basketball. They are, they were names that were holdovers from good coaches, and then after the good coaches, players left, the program went downhill.
Yep. Yeah. So that's my opinion.
Is there much pressure though on Whittingham this year? I don't feel like there's not taking over a first year.
Yeah, I don't think there is. I think because of the success that he had at Utah and because of the state of the program, like Jacob was talking about, I think they'll give him a pretty long leash this year. You know, if it's a 7-5, if it's even if he breaks 500, you know, if it's 6-6 or 7-5, something like that, I don't know that there's going to be a whole lot said. I think if he gets to double-digit wins, it'll be a huge success.
Yeah. Yeah. It should be interesting. Maybe we'll do this at the end with our early predictions. We can look at some of the matchups that Michigan has, the biggest ones. We can kind of look at that towards the end. But either way, I got a game for you guys. You guys ready?
Let's go.
Ready.
Let's do this. This one is, it's not really a game, but kind of. Who would you rather have? Nikola Jokic edition. So Nikola Jokic and I'm going to name
like
the
King
person.
of the Hill thing? Or like?
Well, no, because if you pick the other guy, it's still Nikola Jokic. It's just who would you take over him?
Okay.
Who would you keep?
Do we got to agree?
I hope not.
Okay.
That's the fun part if you argue.
Okay.
No, but no, actually for this, no, you don't have to agree.
Just individual answers?
Yeah, the next one be keep 3, cut 5. We will do that one to agree.
Okay.
So, Nikola Jokic or Anthony Davis?
Jokic.
Is that even a question?
No, it shouldn't be.
I feel like this wasn't even,
Yeah.
All right. Jokic or Dwayne Wade?
At what point in his career?
Are we talking about like today? Or like Dwayne Wade in his peak versus Jokic? Which I guess either way, I would still take Jokic.
Say it's all time.
All
careers.
time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would still take Jokic.
Jokic or Giannis?
Jokic.
Right. Jokic or Dirk Nowitzki?
Jokic.
Jokic or KG?
Jokic.
Jokic or Shaq?
Shaq. Yep.
Shaq. I feel like
Yeah.
This is for our first non-Jokic one. Jokic or Kevin Durant? I love the silence.
That's a tough one because Kevin Durant, he won 2, but he was also on a super team.
I just feel like you also
Kevin
can't
Durant
forget how good he was.
Kevin Durant on the Thunder was a problem.
Yeah. But again, he still didn't win one, though.
He didn't, and it was unfortunate that he ran into the LeBron heat.
Yeah.
Like, that was just a bummer.
Right.
This one's a hard one, I thought as well, because KD, because you're also speaking to 3 guys who remember KD in his prime.
Yeah.
You were saying who was like,
I'd probably still take Jokic. Like, we're not asking
Taking
who's the
Jokic.
best scorer. We're asking who's the best player.
Yeah.
So I
Jokic?
would still go Jokic.
Jokic, all right. Jokic or Steph?
Steph.
That's kind of easy.
Yeah.
I feel like, honestly. Okay. Jokic or Hakeem? The pause there.
I'm going to take Hakeem.
You're taking Hakeem? What do you think? What do you think, Jacoby?
I'll take Jokic.
You're taking Jokic over Hakeem?
Yep, I'll take Jokic over Hakeem.
I would take Hakeem, but yeah. Hakeem? Oh, whoops. Jokic or Kobe?
Okay, I might get some hate for this, but Jokic.
That's tough. Yeah, I would say Jokic too.
You take Jokic over Kobe?
I'd take Jokic over Kobe.
Purely because Jokic can put up 30 or 35 like Kobe could, but he's also going to give you 20 rebounds, 12 assists.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Right.
I'd take Jokic.
Is he going to put up 81 though?
That's
No,
true.
but Bam Adebayo would.
That's also true.
You're not wrong. So the only guys you took over Jokic, actually, you kind of disagreed on one. Uriah, you took Hakeem.
I did.
Jacob did not.
Yep.
You both took Steph over Jokic though, and you both took Shaq.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You did not keep KD, right? Or you didn't
No.
take KD, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think if Jokic does he have 2 championships or one?
He has one.
He has one, and he has 3 MVP,
I think it's
Something
3.
like that.
3 MVPs
He
or
had
something.
one, and then he had back-to-back ones. Or
Right.
maybe he had 3 in a row. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think that because KG had
He
one
had
MVP,
one, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I think, or something.
Yeah, I think he just had one.
Because sometimes I feel like the KG versus Jokic, like you're going to take Jokic, but I feel like that is closer. They are,
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
No.
KG was so good. The Dirk one, I understand.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Dirk was really, honestly, Dirk wasn't a great overall player. He was
Good
really just a
scorer.
good scorer.
Yeah.
I
And
think
he was
I think Dirk and Jokic both. I think for as good as they are on the court, I think they're actually really good leaders. If you
Right.
looked at Jokic during the Olympics when they were playing the United States, like he took control of Serbia, not only as their best player, but like he was their leader.
right.
And Dirk was the same way on the Mavs. And I think
Right.
that that's a quality that both of those guys maybe you don't hear as much about, but they do make the people around them a lot better.
Yeah.
I agree. All right, I got you guys to keep 3 cut 5.
All right.
You ready for it?
Yes.
This is keep 3 cut 5 most accurate QBs
Okay.
of all time.
Okay.
And I also got this off of another video, but I also looked this up, and a lot of them match up to like statistical percentages
Yeah.
as well.
So
just to throw
so
that
we're
there.
keeping Drew Brees.
on there.
and Aaron Rodgers.
So your first person up is Tua Tagovailoa.
Cut.
Yeah, cut.
Cutting Tua.
Cutting two,
He's
which I
ranked
think he
third.
did have a pretty good year at one point. But
He's ranked 3rd in percentage all time.
oh, really?
Yeah.
Jeez,
Cut.
that's insane.
Joe Burrow, number 2.
How many do we have to pick from?
You have 9. You keep. How did I? Okay, I added one on
3
accident.
plus 5 is 8.
Yeah, that's my bad. You have 8. You do have 9, but I don't know who I added on accident.
I guess I would keep because I've got a feeling there's a worse quarterback left.
Okay. I could get on board with that.
Say it again. You think there's going to be worse?
I think
Yeah.
there's going to be someone worse that you list.
So you're keeping Joe Burrow.
Keeping Joe Burrow.
Keeping Joe Burrow. All right, next one up, Aaron Rodgers.
Keep. Yeah.
Only got 1 keep left.
Yeah, I think Burrow may have been a mistake.
Wait, I thought it was keep. Tell me-
3.
Keep
Cut
3,
5.
cut 5.
Like
Oh,
So we got one
like we
keep
always
For some
do.
left.
reason, I thought you said keep 5, and you said it was out of 8.
No, it's
Yeah.
always keep 3 cut 5. That's what we've always done. Did I not? Did I say that wrong the first time?
No, I don't think so, but I would like to take this opportunity to possibly cut Joe Burrow in retrospect.
I feel like we can't do that.
Oh.
Come on, you kept Burrow. You might not regret it.
All right.
Let's see what happens. You kept Burrow. You kept Aaron Rodgers. Your next name up, Matt Ryan.
Yeah,
that's what I
we
mixed
can
that
cut
up.
him.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he was really good in his peak, but we can cut him.
Yeah.
Cut him. Next name up, Alex Smith.
Cut.
Yeah, cut.
Easy cut. Your next name up, Dak Prescott.
Cut?
Cut.
Are you questioning it or is it easy?
No, cut.
Oh, just the way you said it, I wasn't sure. All right, you only got 2 names, Steph, and you got 1 keep. So, next name up is Kirk Cousins.
I
Cut.
feel like Aaron Rodgers is the other name left.
No, Aaron Rodgers, we already
You kept Aaron Rodgers.
We have Aaron Rodgers and Burrow.
That's who
So
you kept.
Okay.
I'm holding out for Drew Brees.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you cutting Kirk Cousins?
Yeah,
All
this is going to be a terrible quarterback at the end.
All right, recapping. You guys cut Tua. You cut Matt Ryan. You cut Alex Smith. You cut Dak Prescott. You cut Kirk Cousins. You kept Joey Burrow. And you kept Aaron Rodgers. And you kept Jared Goff.
Oh, wow.
Honestly, not awful.
He had
Accuracy-wise.
he had a perfect game not too long ago. Where does Joe Burrow rank on?
He also had a 5 interception game not too long
Well,
ago.
we're not counting playoffs. I don't
He
think.
had- You're not wrong. But anyway, I was very surprised when I looked this up because when they were naming off the names, I was kind of like, these seem like I feel like there would have been different, like Drew Brees, I would have thought of stuff like that. So on the list, as far as according to this, Joe Burrow was actually number 1.
Oh,
Yeah,
was not a mistake to keep Joe Burrow.
I messed up.
Another wrong opinion.
Number 2 was Tua. Tua was number 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is just in completion percentage leaders. Number 3 was Drew Brees. Number 4 was Jimmy G, which I had him on here, but I realized I had 9 people somehow. 5 was Kyler Murray, Uriah's favorite. 6 is Dak Prescott. 7's Kirk Cousins. 8 is Mac Jones. 9's Justin Herbert. And 10 is Teddy Bridgewater.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
I mean, I got to think a lot of those great time QBs, you throw the ball a lot.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. But either way. Yeah. So, we were interested when we were talking about all those NBA trades. My wife's bringing me a drink right now because she's awesome. But anyway, we were talking about all those NBA trades. Is the NBA also kind of turning into college to where no one is like really trying to develop talent anymore? It's really just trading and building a team and then they're just trying to win it that year.
Well, that's what Dusty May said. He goes, I might as well go to the NBA and, make more money and possibly coach at the highest level of the sport because NCAA is literally the same thing with actually more volatility.
I think the hit rate on NBA draft picks are very low.
Right.
Because like a second round pick is not even worth anything.
Right.
And if you're
I agree.
outside of like the top 10, it doesn't even matter.
Do you guys have any like opinions on the draft so far? Like, for instance, I know I saw a lot about Michigan's I forgot his first name, but Mara, the big dude.
Mm-hmm.
Him going to the Thunder, and the Thunder kind of did that because of Wemby, because that was the only thing that stopped him.
They're calling him the Wemby stopper,
right?
but I don't think he can stop Wemby.
I don't think he can, but can he be a help though to like Hartenstein and Chet? Because he's also what 7'2", 7'3", is he 7'3"?
I think he's 7'3",
7'3",
and like mid 200s, like
and he's
250, 260.
Right. I don't think he's going to be as versatile as Wemby, but he's not really a slow 7'3". It's not like what's his name that was on Purdue that's playing now?
Edie?
Like Edie. Like he was just
I feel like
he was
they're
just
pretty
huge.
similar.
Do you think so?
I think Mara is significantly quicker.
Is he?
Than Edie.
Yeah.
I don't think he's quicker than Wemby.
Yeah.
No.
Wemby's
No,
right. But I'm saying I think for Mara's size he's gonna be one of the best chances against Wemby.
Yeah.
Maybe besides guys like Giannis, I don't even remember though how.
Especially if you look at Wemby's stat line in the finals, like it's not like he was a sharpshooter,
Right.
So if you can lock down the paint, and the Spurs did shoot the ball pretty well for a majority of the finals, but if you can lock down the paint and kind of close out on the shooters better, I think the Thunder got better for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, they did. I think so.
I agree. And then I lost. I was about to look it up because I completely forgot where Boozer went.
The Grizzlies, I think?
Was it the Grizzlies? I mean, what do you guys think that is his game going to translate into the NBA?
I honestly don't think so. There's nothing about his game that is exceptional enough to dominate in the NBA. Like he's slow-ish, so he doesn't like jump over people or really overpower people, and his moves are not like super quick where he'll be able to fake people out. He's very technically sound and fundamental, but if you're gonna be slow, you have to be like Jokic and be able to control a game, and I don't think that's him.
I also think kind of like Cam Ward in Tennessee, like we're just not really going to even know he's there.
Right.
I can see that.
Because no one who watches Grizzly games, I mean.
Right.
No, exactly. One of the last time the Grizzlies were relevant was with Conley and Zach Randolph, and they still weren't really a title contender.
The Grizzlies were pretty good a few years ago when they had John Morant and they had Dylan Brooks.
They have Conley at that point too.
Desmond Bain.
Desmond Bain.
Yeah, you're right. They had some runs.
Yeah, they were. Okay.
They had the runs.
Yeah, and then John Morant
bang bang, man.
shooting.
Started shooting, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, either way, but I was kind of like full circle Like the NBA draft was what? Yeah, 2 days ago. Or is it still going on? Or a couple days ago.
Still going on. I think it's over.
I think it's over. But that's the thing. I don't think. Do you really care?
I don't
the NBA
care.
draft?
I don't care about the NBA draft.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I don't think it
it
matters really anymore.
because here's the reality. When I care about drafts is about 3 or 4 years from now when it's their contract year and they finally go to teams that actually will do something with them. Like AJ DeBonsa is probably going to be decent on the Wizards, but nobody's going to care because the Wizards are going to be awful.
Right.
Right. I think Acuff, I think who was top 10 pick somewhere, 7, 8, something like that. He went, shoot, my dad told me where he went. Darius.
I apologize. I should have had it pulled up. But like, it's funny because I feel like this is all somewhat proving what I'm talking about. Like we don't really have a clue because I just don't think it really matters.
Oh,
No.
the Kings. Again, I think Darius Acuff is probably one of the better prospects that was in this draft as far as just ready to go right now and make an impact.
Right.
But he's going to be on the Kings, and like the Kings are not going to be good. And I know that that's the nature of getting picked high in the draft. So nobody really cares about where these players go until it's their contract year and they can finally get on some teams where they can do something.
I think,
Right.
Was it Lindenberg?
Lindenberg. Yaxel, Michigan guy.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Went to the
there's-
Warriors. I haven't pulled up now.
They're saying he might. Because there's a chance, though, the Warriors might be going after LeBron and AD.
I saw that, and apparently Draymond declined re-signing.
Yeah, he did that to free up cap space so they
Right.
can. Because LeBron evidently said the only way he'll go to Golden State is if they get Anthony Davis. So Draymond declined.
So is that
his-
enough though? Like if you have Steph, an old LeBron, a broken down Anthony Davis, and then like some younger pieces, is that really enough?
I think
You know?
I think you got one shot.
Yeah.
To do it.
It just
You
just
have that year.
I think if they're all healthy, they could potentially win.
Right.
But the odds of all of them, which he's always healthy, but Anthony Davis
Right.
is never healthy. Steph
Right.
is kind of not healthy a lot. LeBron's healthy, but and then you got, was it Pods? Is that the other guy?
Yeah.
And then they still have what's his face? There's a younger dude on the team too. And then they drafted, what's his name? Lindenborg?
Yeah, Lindenborg. Yeah.
So there potentially might be enough young talent with the old talent.
Yeah, right.
And if Anthony Davis is healthy, he could probably guard Wemby if he's healthy.
that was what
But that's the
that killed
Giants'
AD's career.
biggest if ever.
I think that if
KD, AD, like when he was not injured, probably
Yeah.
one of the such an insane scorer and defender.
yeah,
Like I feel like he could have established himself as one of the best centers ever.
I
But
think that
injuries killed him.
He could have been on like Hakeem Olajuwon level,
Right.
like extremely good offense and defense in one package.
No, I agree. And it was insane when he first went to the Lakers. Because was he injured a whole lot in the Pelicans?
Yeah,
I don't really remember.
He's been hurt, I think, literally everywhere he
His whole
went. And then
career.
the only time that the Lakers won a championship with him was because of COVID. And you had like a month-long pause in the season, which means he just kind of rested up. And then he came back in for a playoff series. So, like, this rare circumstance made him healthy for the playoffs, and they won.
Right.
So, what are the, like...
It was kind of a perfect scenario.
You can't do that again.
Right. And at that point, LeBron was 36, which for most people is old, but at that point he was still almost, I would say he was still 90% of the LeBron at his peak, you know? So,
Right. At that. Yeah.
So you still had an MVP caliber LeBron and AD who was healthy. Like, I'm not saying it was an easy championship, but it was, like he said, it was a great circumstance for the Lakers to be able to
Yeah.
do that.
No. Right. Do you think? Who do you think has the best chance as far as the Michigan guys that got drafted? Who has the best chance to do well in the NBA? Would you say?
I think ironically, or I don't even know what ironically means anymore. I think funny enough, the highest picked guy, which was Morez Johnson, is going to do the least.
Really?
And I think Mara has the best chance to make an instant impact.
Right.
And I think I think that Lundeberg has the highest ceiling, but I think Mara's got the highest floor.
I do see what you mean. And I guess that could depend on what the Warriors do trading wise, right? Maybe
Yeah.
he will be able to make a bigger impact, but
Yeah.
I like that answer. You disagree, Jacob? No, you're shaking your head over there.
I guess I was just like agreeing. I don't have a strong opinion, but I feel like if they play the Spurs 4 times or whatever, and like he keeps Wemby's averages below like his average, I think that would be a win for him. So I think he might have it just because I feel like there is like you look at all these other players and you see, they're drafted because they need more, this or that. But like for him, it was like clearly he was drafted to guard one person.
Right. He has one purpose.
He has one purpose. So if he can do that purpose, he might be able to be more easily hit that marker. So
right.
I would say him, I think.
Do you guys think that if the Thunder would have beat the Spurs, do you think they would have beat the Knicks though? Or do you think the Knicks were on a pretty good tear? Because the Knicks beat the Knicks really proved that they were veterans the way they beat the Spurs.
Oh, yeah.
I think it would have been
still
interesting. I'm not 100% sure what the status of Jalen Williams was. I don't know if maybe they got past the Spurs if he would have come back. That's me just not being informed at all on what his injury status was.
Right.
If Jalen Williams came back, I think the Thunder would have beat the Knicks. But without Jalen Williams, I think the Knicks probably would have had enough.
I think the Knicks would have won regardless because I feel like if you had Cat versus Chet, I just feel like Cat maybe had more points against Chet.
And I think Brunson probably would have kept up with SGA as far as scoring.
But that would have just canceled out.
Yeah.
I kind of see what you mean.
Yeah.
But I think it'll be interesting next year because there's so many trades and stuff going on in the NBA that it will be interesting to kind of see what happens next year, especially with all this offseason as well. Out. So
just depends on who lands where.
So go ahead.
But funny enough, I think it'll be interesting as far as like the middle third, but I think the top tier of the NBA remains completely unchanged. Like the best teams in the league are still the best teams in the league.
Yeah, I know. I see what you mean. So, all right, if we're ready, we'll shut her down with a little segment real quick.
All right.
Okay.
This is our way too early predictions segment.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to ask that. Can one of you keep track of this prediction so we can actually, you can like text it to us that way, because it would be fun in a couple months from now to go back and see what we predicted. This is way too early predictions, college football edition. Right. I'm going to give you some of the biggest matchups of this year, and you guys tell me who you think is going to win it in this way too early prediction. All right, number 1 on this list, and I'm actually kind of going backwards, like I'm starting going like 5 they're down, whatever. I'm just going to start with the number 1 they have. The number 1 game they have on here is Oregon, at Ohio State. What do you guys predict? I'm going to predict Ohio State, could because I'm biased, but I also think that Ohio State is just reloading. You got Jeremiah Smith's final season. There's no way he's going to stay. No. You got Julian Sand, who's on his second year, lost a lot on defense, still have a lot of good players on defense. So and this is at Ohio State. If it was at Oregon, I would be a little more persuaded, but I don't have much. For me, there's not much fear for this game, but you never know. So what do you guys think?
I'd pick Ohio State. Just same thing. Jeremiah Smith's last year. Sand's got a whole offseason under his belt now. And the Oregon I feel like they never do what they act like they're going to do. So I would say Ohio State would probably win a close game, but I think they would win.
What do you think, Gary?
Yep, Ohio State.
Pretty easy to you.
Yeah.
Easy decision. All right, this one. This one's kind of interesting. Miami at Notre Dame.
I think Miami's going to take a step back. They lost a lot of talent.
Yep.
Quarterback's gone. Notre Dame, they lost their running back, but I think Marcus Freeman is a better coach than Cristobal. So I would say Notre Dame wins.
You thinking, Yuri?
That's tough. I tend to agree with what Jacob said about Freeman and Cristobal. I think Freeman is a better coach. I think Notre Dame can recruit at a similar level as any program in the country. So, yeah, I think I'd still give Notre Dame the edge.
I think I'm actually going to take Miami on this one. Not just to be different. I just feel like that could be one of those games where it could be this, Miami has to prove something.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going to take Miami on that one. But I don't have like a fully on, like I'm very confident. I feel like that might be a really good game.
Yeah,
Honestly.
should be a good game.
I mean, all of these should be.
Yeah, they're
but
marquee
you know what I
games.
mean. Like, okay. All right, next one is Ohio State at Indiana, and I want Jacob to go first.
I think Indiana's going to take a step back. So, I mean, I still think Ohio State's going to win. And I think Indiana takes a step back this year. So, yeah, Ohio State by a couple touchdowns.
A couple touchdowns. I feel like if you're right, I do agree. My only thing is I just don't know what Indiana's going to do this year. I don't argue, and I think we mentioned this before, that, like you said, Indiana, I think Jacob said it, they found their way to win the title this year.
Yep.
And now that game plan is out there for everyone to know. That doesn't mean that they're not going to be good, but like I don't see them winning it back to back
No.
or anything. Like
Definitely
but
not.
I don't know. I would love to see Ohio State beat them and to beat them kind of easily. But I don't know. I mean, this one, I think this one really, I don't know. I'm not trying to sound like a jerk, but Ohio State's always going to be competitive.
Right.
In Indiana, I just don't know. I don't know.
I
what they're
really
gonna do.
hope that's a night game. Like, that would be such a cool night
Right.
game to have Ohio State at Indiana at like 7 o'clock on a Saturday. Anyway.
It'd be sweet, yeah. Who you taking, though?
Ohio State.
Taking Ohio State in that
Yeah.
one? All right, this one. Georgia at Ole Miss. I feel like I'm just going to take Georgia. I feel like Ole Miss without.
Ole Miss is going to fall apart, I think.
I think so as well.
I mean, they'll probably still win 8 games next year because they still got some talent, but they were really gutted with the transfer portal for everyone going to LSU following.
Yeah, I don't think. Would you actually even be surprised if that wasn't that much of a game?
I don't think it's be much of a game.
It could be like a close first half, and then Georgia
Yeah,
just
and then they
kind of
just run away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would
what
say
do you
Georgia.
think there, Yuri?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a down year for Ole Miss, and Georgia is probably going to be back on the upswing. I think it's just a bad matchup for Ole Miss.
No, I agree. I kind of agree with what Jacob said. Georgia had a rough year last year, and yet they had a really good year.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, yeah. All right, another one. Ohio State at Texas. This is one of those games where I could see Texas winning in a very close game, but at the same time, I don't think Texas is going to be that good. But I think I'm actually still going to just take Ohio State. I don't have that much faith in Texas.
I don't either.
I don't
I
either,
really don't.
but I think they'll.
But it's home.
I think they'll strangely win this game.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I would pick Texas to win, but I still think Texas is going to have a 8-5 or a whatever that is, 8-4 year. But I think they'll get a big enough win to keep Sarkisian around. So I think they'll upset Ohio State.
Yeah. Give me the Buckeyes.
I'm taking Ohio State at it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, get into the bigger SEC matchups. Georgia at Alabama.
Georgia.
Yeah. Georgia.
Yeah, I think Alabama's still not quite what they were. I mean, they've
I
won
agree.
a lot of games, but I think Georgia's going to probably
it's
win
just-
it all this year.
Wouldn't be too surprised if they did.
Yeah.
What about LSU at Ole Miss?
LSU.
I think
you-
LSU would rout them.
You think so? Do you think Ole Miss can
Because-
rally enough hate?
No. Nope. You can have all the hate you want, but if
The
you don't-
talent's
if you
gonna do
don't
it.
have the talent, yeah.
Right. All right, Yuri's got to answer this one first.
Okay. I know which one this is going to be, and
Right.
it's Ohio State.
No, Oklahoma at Michigan.
Ohio State.
Okay.
No, Oklahoma at Michigan.
At Michigan. That's kind of why I'm asking.
Man, that's such a tough one because Michigan has the potential to be competitive in that game, but I have no idea if they are. So,
I would take Oklahoma. I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
no,
I just think Oklahoma has been a solid team these last few years. And I just think Michigan is in a rebuilding year. In rebuilding time. But I could be wrong. I think that'll be a really fun game to watch.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it fun and just go with the home team, just for optimism's sake. We'll go with Michigan.
I'll go with Michigan, too.
Think they'll beat Oklahoma.
Yeah. I mean, just looking at their schedule, I feel like
Oklahoma's sandwiched in between two powder puffs because they play Western, Oklahoma, and then UTEP. So I just feel like
could be a surprise.
They should be primed, and I think they'll beat Oklahoma.
Yeah. Michigan at Ohio State. Who are you taking?
At Ohio State.
I want to take Ohio State in that one. I don't know about Jacob though. Maybe Jacob will pick the.
It's in Columbus, right?
Yeah, it's in Columbus.
Yeah, I think Ohio State's.
Yeah.
I'd say Michigan will go 7-5.
Which honestly, I don't think anybody's going to be upset with. Like, I don't think that people are going to lose their minds over a 7-5 season.
Right, especially if Underwood has a really good productive season.
Yeah.
Right.
If the weakness is somewhere else or something like that, and it's just, I think 7-5 is not going to get people too upset.
Yeah. I did not realize till I was going through this how many big games Ohio State has this year. Kind of insane.
Yeah.
Because they have Oregon on this list. They play Indiana. They have Texas, and they have Michigan. They have USC as well. Gonna be an interesting year. I think next time maybe we should maybe next week we'll do like if we do another way too early predictions, we should go through our teams. We'll do like a Florida whole season, Michigan whole season, Ohio State whole season. That was half of Ohio State's season, but do something like that. So either way, you guys got anything else you want to throw out there?
Nope. I guess I do have one thing we need to throw out there. College basketball really, and college sports in general, really need to get their stuff together because good coaches like Dusty Maye are going to keep leaving because the sport sucks. So if you want
after winning a title,
if you want the sport to survive, and by survive I mean be as popular as it is now and grow, then they've got to get their stuff together because coaches are to keep doing this.
Like what do you want them to do?
Well, the reason Dusty Maye left is because of the volatility of rosters, having to rebuild every year, the low quality of life of basically you just win a national championship and it's essentially didn't get you anything because people will just jump at a moment's notice. And so he would rather go to a league where at least people are under contract.
But I get that, and it's more structured than NCAA, but I think the contracts in the NBA almost don't mean anything. Because, like, you just demand a trade and say, I'm not going to play unless you trade me. And then they get teams ready to get you, and you're like, well, I'm not playing for that team.
But here's the thing.
It's better. It's more structured, but the players still have the power.
Yeah, but here's another thing. If somebody, I don't know who the general manager of Dallas is anymore. It's not Nico Harrison.
No.
But whoever the GM is of Dallas, if they walk into Dusty Maye's office and they say, hey, so-and-so got traded. Dusty Maye doesn't have to go on the road to wherever and try and find another player. He can be like, oh, okay, well, find us a replacement.
Yeah. No, that's
right.
fair.
You know?
Yeah, no, I think it's NBA
he's doing the same.
better
He's
in
doing the
those
same
regards.
job for more money at the highest level.
Right.
Yeah. I do see what you mean.
With less travel, with less volatility, with more structure. And this is going to keep happening. I know Shire was about to take a job somewhere. Maybe it was the Mavs. I don't know. But
hey, Todd Golden said he's staying for a while.
Yeah.
Until he gets a big fat check.
I was going to say, coaches say that all the time where they're not going to leave. Yeah. And then they do.
Have they hired? Has Michigan hired anybody yet?
I think they've got an interim coach, but
because Billy Donovan's out there.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know who a good replacement is. I think that they should do the same thing they did with Dusty Maye and find a good coach at a smaller school, somebody who's gonna want to come to Michigan and not just grab like a lateral move.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Dusty Maye was good enough in his 2 years that he just got snatched up. But if they made the landscape of college sports better, it's possible that you would have more of these coaches staying in college.
Yeah.
But they've done. It's really surprised me actually how the NCAA went from the NIL Nazis to essentially not giving any cares at all. Like they couldn't be bothered about it. It's weird.
Yeah. Right. It's funny as one of my favorite moments from this year was talking to Johnny about that. Because it was when I saw the trade, I laughed so hard. Not the trade, I'm sorry. The news when Dusty Maye left because when Johnny looked at me after they were having such a good year, and Johnny looks at me and goes, "Let me tell you something, man. He's gonna be there a long time." And I looked at Johnny and said, "Johnny, that's probably not true. If you're good, someone's
Right.
going to throw you a check. And Johnny goes, no, dude, he's staying in Michigan.
Johnny-
and
is
then
Johnny
boom,
Ar-
he gets boom right after he wins. He's gone. I'm not even saying it to be mean. I'm just saying like,
No,
I'm like,
that's how
dude,
it
that
is.
happens. Like,
Yeah.
Is Johnny already not a fan now? Like,
I think he went back to West Virginia. I think he's back to being a West Virginia fan.
Yeah.
I hope he's listening to this.
I know that'd be funny. Get a little shade at the end of the podcast.
I love him. I love you, Johnny. I don't know if he listens to this one, but I love him. Yeah, at least it is nice. Having two teams, though, is nice. We should probably cheer for more teams. You have a better chance of,
Yeah.
That's true.
better chance of happiness.
Why not?
But, yeah. All right.
Okay.
We'll shut her down. Everybody good with it?
That works for me.
Awesome.
Bye.